Hello students, we are going to continue with specifications, lecture number 6. In this video we are going to learn specifications in brick masonry and RCC work. Firstly, brick masonry, specifications for brick masonry. So first of all we will concentrate on materials. Bricks used for the work should be first class bricks and as per IS specifications. Bricks should be table molded and should have sharp edges, copper colored, and should not absorb water more than 20%. Water absorption should be less than 20% in bricks. And the compression strength of the brick should be 100 kg per centimeter cube. So these are the specifications for that particular material which is used in masonry, nothing but brick. Next, the proportion to be used in cement mortar which is used in masonry work. So 1 part of cement and n part of sand by volume. So n part of sand, it means it may be 2, 3, 4 or 5 and so on, because 1:3 is the proportion used, 1:4 the proportion is used, 1:6 proportion for cement mortars for different masonry works. The cement mortars are used with different mixes. So this n part is nothing but the proportion for masonry in foundation, masonry in superstructure, masonry in for a compound wall. So respectively the n varies. Soaking of bricks should be soaked well before use for at least 24 hours. It should be soaked in the water. Now, bond and laying, the brickwork shall be laid in English bond unless specified with frog upwards and taking care of all the joints. Joints are full with mortar. No joint should be left empty without mortar. So, brick, it is specified, these are the specifications while laying the bricks. So what they have said is brickwork shall be laid in specified bond, but normally in general they go for English bond. Now coming to the fixtures, specifications for the fixtures in brick masonry. It is said embed pipes. Embed pipes in the sense, say consider sanitary pipelines are coming out, outlet pipes for or inlet pipes for water supply. So these pipes are going to pass through the walls. So those should be done during the progress of the work itself. So hold fast in cement mortar and CC. It means these hangings which are there, the hold fast are fixed at the frames of the doors or windows, and these hold fast should be filled with cement mortar and concrete during the progress of the work. Next, we will try to understand the scaffolding used in the masonry and its specification. So provide single or double scaffolding for all exposed brick masonry works. So in the picture you can observe the scaffoldings which are having platforms and the laborers are working standing on the platforms. So it should be either single or double scaffolding. Single, it means only one side props are laid and another the putlogs are inserted inside the walls. But in double scaffolding, no putlogs are inserted in the walls. Props in 2 rows are fixed outside the surface of the wall. Now curing constantly the wall surface or wall masonry work should be moist, should be kept moist and the minimum period of curing, at least it should be of 7 days, and the measurement is done for brick masonry in cubic meters. Coming to next specifications, RCC work. Coming to each and every material in RCC work. First is steel. So steel which is used in RCC work should be of mild steel, MS or deformed bars. It may be HYSD bars also, high yield strength deformed bars. Then these steel should be free from corrosion, avoid joints as far as possible. The joints in the bar should be avoided as far as possible. When joints have to be made, an overlap of 40 times the diameter of the bar. If there is possibility of overlapping or joining the bars, the overlap should be of 40 times the diameter of the bar used. Then the bigger diameter of bars should be joined by welding, and also it may be tested before placing in position. While concreting, steel bars should be given proper side and bottom covers of concrete by placing precast cover blocks. Precast cover blocks, in the image you can observe there are precast blocks which are placed at the bottom of the reinforcement. So it is going to provide the cover for that particular steel used in the RCC work. And the steel should not get disturbed during laying and compaction of concrete. The reinforcing bars should not move from their positions, and bars of the laid portions should not be disturbed. So concentrating on centering and shuttering. Centering and shuttering shall be made up with timber and steel plate to prevent leakages. Mainly leakages during placing the concreting work. And centering and shuttering should be strong enough to withstand the live loads during the progress of concreting as well as the material load. So the centering and shuttering shall be removed before, should not be removed before 14 days, and it should be removed slowly without disturbing any of the parts and damaging. So for RCC columns, you may take out the centering work after 4 days. For RCC roof slab, 10 days. So for beams, the centering work can be removed after 14 days. Now coming to proportioning of cement concrete. Cement concrete shall be of say consider 1:2:4 for slabs and 1:1.5:3 for columns unless it is specified. Then materials for cement, the cement should be fresh and as per the standard specifications it should be properly, it should have proper color, specified color, grayish green, then plus it should give cooling effect when you dip your hand inside the bag, cement bag. Sand should be free from dust and organic matters or foreign matters. Coarse aggregate, CA, coarse aggregate should be hard enough, tough and cubical in shape. It should not be flaky or elongated. Then coming to concrete mixing, large scale construction works are done by using the machine mixers, and small concrete works manual mixing is preferred as it is economical. Now laying of fresh concrete, make sure concrete is not fallen from height more than 2 or 3 feet, it should be placed, it should be deposited on this on the platforms. It should not be thrown or it should not be dropped, because as it results in segregation. Now concrete pouring, the concrete should be poured or laid before the start of concrete final setting time. So here the final setting time is 10 hours, so it should be started, it should be, the pouring, concrete laying should be taken early. Concrete compaction within initial setting time. So compaction, when you lay it, within 30 minutes the concrete should be compacted and properly leveled. For compaction you may use the vibrators or tamping rods for taking out the voids from the concrete. So removal of voids is nothing but the compaction work. Curing of concrete work should be done with gunny bags for at least 24 hours. After 24 hours, the pools, water pools can be made with temporary dams on the slabs. So it is the temporary pools, water pools are called as flooding with water. So thank you guys. See you in the next lecture, number 7.